Alright, like I keep having to explain to you, right? None of my injuries are normal, right? So this is from my first accident in 86, right? On the same day it happened, which is August 24th, 1986, right? Now, my neck was supple, tender to palpitation, posteriorly over its entire length. More so over the C2, C3 region, right? That means it hurt from what? Top to bottom, right? But more specifically in the C2 and C3 region, right? Now, if you're hurting with a neck injury, something is going on, right? Because either you're being paralyzed, right? Or you're being healed of a paralysis, right? Now, rib palpitation revealed no tenderness, no outward signs of trauma. Why the chest? I'm the driver, right? The steering wheel is my biggest problem, not the windshield collapsing on my head, right? Do you understand? Right. Now, so the CT scan shows no acute intracranial abnormalities. One view of the lateral C-spine has a questionable area at left of C2 to C3 with possibility of lock facet at this area. Chest x-rays, skull series are exteriority x-rays appear normal to me. So this is the diagnosis or impression of the doctor. Closed head injury with concussion, right? Possible cervical spine in C2 to C3 area. Admit to neuro ICU, right? That's probably where I woke up at, right? In neuro ICU, right? Obtain routine vital signs and neuro checks. Keep in hard C collar and obtain scan of area in question in the neck in the morning, right? See, I got there around 6:30, right? And this was written up according to the people who wrote it up. Which is CWB. Date 8/24/86, 22/31. Then it has a D and a T. And then it says 8/25/86, 0045. Right. Okay. That's when they started doing what's called the write-up. I know. Of the summary, right? of what all happened to me, right? And that's why they're wondering what the hell happened, right? Plus, I was only in the hospital till Tuesday. Now, with neck injuries, right? Especially at what's called the C2 and C3 region, right? You're either paralyzed or you're not, right? But what paralyzed me, right? Right. Or attempted to, right? Nobody with a locked facet can leave the hospital within 2 days, usually, either, right? But I was hit so hard, right? All I barely remember is getting to the road and starting to go down it, right? That's not just the windshield collapsing on my head, right? And if someone wrecked the car, they could do that one of two ways, with you in the car or out the car. Right, right. If someone just hit me over the head with, say, a bat, right? Like the girl's mom, right? Vivian, right? Because last say I was dropping little Roddy off, and got invited in for a few minutes, and her little Roddy went off and left me and her daughter alone. Right? Well. Let's say one thing led to another with them, right? And me and her daughter. But then when she came out, she got mad, right? With me, like you took advantage of her daughter. Right, right. And then she attacked me with a bat, right? Or something, right? And hit me over the head, right? Knocked me out. Knocked me out. Then they tried to cover it up by wrecking the car. All this could happen anywhere between 5:30 to 5, and the ambulance still get there within a reasonable amount of time, and take me on to Memorial. Because there's no injury in the chest area, right? See, when you're in a wreck and you're the driver, the worst thing you have to deal with is the steering wheel going into your chest, especially the way the car went off the embankment. Right? So either I wasn't in the car or we went somewhere else. And then they tried to wreck the car to cover it up. What all happened, right? Well, whatever happened, I was out the hospital in 2 days, which isn't normal anyway, right? And I had blackout amnesia my whole time in the hospital, and didn't fully come to till I went home with my mom, right? And she had to pick me up in the white Ford truck we used to have, right? Because I had wrecked the car we were in, right? The Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, right? A 1982 model. Now, I remember some things, but my time in the hospital is like, what? I don't remember even eating breakfast or lunch or dinner the following Monday, right? And I was out before lunch on Tuesday, right? Or around a little bit before 2, I was released, right? That ain't normal anyway. No, it ain't. No one in a car wreck like that just gets out the hospital in 2 days without the Lord intervening, right? Somehow, right? Like it or not, right? And that's just the first wreck, right? And see, I did start having some mild neurological problems with sleeping in class the following year, right? Especially in Miss Stuff's class, right? But it could have became a problem in the Navy, so I had myself checked out. Not just neurologically, but what? Psychologically as well. To make sure there was nothing wrong with me And my psychologist also consulted a psychiatrist. They didn't see anything abnormal at that time. Now, it wasn't till 93 that I met Sheena and I had went through Christian Fellowship Church, right, and all that. And I met them about the same time I started noticing the sleep problems anyway. Which was when I began A school. So I'm also going out to this new church, right? And they're kind of strict on you, kind of seeing things about you, right? And I asked about their uniship program, right? And that's when it got weirder, right? Now, they told us that 2 units, right, could touch each other to ejaculation, right? I guess, right? And it was okay. Right. Which I guess that was Pastor Davis's idea, right? Because I remember him also telling me it was okay to masturbate, right? So I'm like, okay. I didn't say nothing, right? I just agreed with him, right? And anyway, as I'm going out there, it's not immediate, right? He just brings it up as I'm trying to meet the different people in the church, including the pastor, right? I've been out in the church before, you know what I mean? You have sort of a relationship with the youth pastor when you're more in church than the pastor. Your parents more deal with him, right? And then, again, I was brought up Trinitarian, so the Pentecostal movement is united and God is one, right? And Jesus Christ is his son and all this, that, and the other. And that's where they kind of take all that from. Now, the fall, happened September 15th, 1994. Possible hypersomnia. I'm trying to read this right. I know. And they said I was fit for full duty, right? And this is from Dr. Gaffney, right? Now, within 3 months of my fall, I'm walking again, right? And this is what my left ankle could do. And I don't know what any of it means, but they're giving me 15 degrees, 25 degrees, 5 degrees, and 5 degrees. X-rays, well healing from reduction or something like that. Patient well healing. 3 months slip SP from fall. 4 stories high. I don't know. Actually, it was from the 3rd story window, right? So, give or take, right? Whatever you want to say. Pelvic, whatever. Taller dome injury. Doing well. Minimal tenderness. Discomfort. ambulation. Patient will remain in med hold recovery 6 to 8 weeks, right? PE board determination follow up. Right, these are actual medical documents and with a signature, right? And stuff like that. I can't sign someone else's signature to do all of this, by the way. This here is my completion of the course for UMA, right? And my final grade point was 3.6, right? Two. I don't know if you can see it well. Now, it might look like 26.3, but that's backwards. And I got letter grades of A. Oh, well, let's start at the top. B, A, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, A. For all my courses as well. And I started in April 15th, 2019, right? And completed it July 27th, 2020, right? Who knew? And that's when the pandemic started in April, right? March, April. As well. So I not only was going to school when the pandemic started, right? I also got into a few wrecks, like I said, right? Weird ones, right? I know. That have a weird explanation to them, right? But this is what my pelvis looks like. Guess what? It's not supposed to look like that. No. Now, on the next video, I'm going to show you all that. What it's supposed to look like and what it actually does. If you even want to follow the full video.